Those who have ears to hear, let them listen. So today I want to talk about failure, because failure, that feeling of failure, is something that I've struggled with a lot in my life. And I just want you to know something right off the bat. That is not of God, okay? Because God did not call us to be failures. He called us to be conquerors and live life and live it abundantly and enjoy your life, right? And failure is a major way that the devil uses spiritual warfare and be like, oh, what if this worked out? What if this worked out? You should have done this. You should have done this, And we're not supposed to live in the past, because living in the past is the quickest way to hurt. You learn from the past, don't live in it. Because learning from the past is how we grow wiser and don't repeat our mistakes if you've actually learned and healed from it. Instead, if you're just running from your past, then you don't learn from it, and then you do repeat the same mistakes, or same things keep happening to you until you learn from it, And that's why people will live in loops, because they refuse to heal. We just like to run from our hurt instead of deal with it and take your lumps, as my dad always says. Who's the biggest failure in the entire Bible? Satan, right? He failed. His first thing that he ever did was fail at wanting to become God. And then all the angels who were behind him, they all failed. And then they fell like lightning down to earth, right? So he wants to cast that onto you, just in your imagination that you felt, because you don't know God's plans for you. You don't know like what he's doing. Okay, he's always working out for the better. About Thomas Edison, when he made the light bulb, right? How many times did he fail? Probably more times than he could even count. He knowed a million ways that it didn't work, but he kept going until he actually succeeded his mission. So we might not have a certain invention, but the main mission for most people is just to have a life that you enjoy. And you do that by keep on going, keep learning and growing. But this verse in 2 Corinthians is really interesting. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Jesus. Okay? That means that we're not supposed to imagine things. Like, yes, we should imagine things for the future, and using your creativity is good. But a lot of the times, that's just the devil saying, hey, what if this worked out? What if this? What if this? Or another thing is, Paul calls us to stop our vain conceit, which is basically saying, stop. When you get in an argument or something happens, and then you go and you think, oh, I should have said this, I should have said this, I should have said this, and you're going over in your head. We're not supposed to do that, because then what we're doing is we're too concerned about that thing, that one small little trip up. And then the enemy's got you in his grasp, because he's like, oh, yes, I can make them think about this, make her think about this over and over and over again. But living in condemnation is not of Christ Jesus. Yes, conviction is very much from God, right? And that's in order for us to learn and be like, okay, don't do that again. Or that was bad, or that was wrong, or this thing is wrong, But to live in condemnation is an entirely different thing, right? You don't want to do that. It's because it's miserable, and that's a mental trap the devil has you in, or can put you in.